The big problems with Young and Restless new love triangle, plus Nikki's nightmare and Jill versus, spoiler. Welcome to Dream USA 24 on my channel. The word of the week on Young and Restless is pointless, as we find ourselves approaching November sweeps with a number of stories that are either uninteresting or have a clear conclusion. Here is a preview of current events and upcoming projects. Within an Island. This week did nothing to change my opinion, which I've expressed previously. The storyline in which Mariah and Tessa take Aria to get fitted for hearing aids is meaningless. Did it offer any touching moments? Sure, though the narrative doesn't really drive the plot and the girls stay on the island. The baby is cute, Tessa saying to her was wonderful, and Sharon learning to sign grandma just in case. Hand karma. I'm very happy to see Danny back in situations with his son and his ex-girlfriends, sure. However, the growing triangle involving Phyllis, Danny, and Christine is largely unimpressive. There might be something there if Danny was attracted to Phyllis on a romantic or even sexual level, but based on the history and the acting in the sequences, it's not impossible that this is happening. Thus, as part of her soap karma, Phyllis will lose out to Christine, and we already know the ending. Shake the pot. Daniel's romantic life is keeping the meaningless coming. I find this one odd because, although Graziadei and Khalil have chemistry, Daniel and Lily are, in some ways, like watching paint dry. I can't help but hope Heather stirs things up to make them more interesting. However, there's also not much anywhere for this to go. It's evident that Heather has been brought in as a temporary impediment to ease Khalil's upcoming maternity leave. Why then invest? Thank you. Please share my video. B issues. Speaking of love triangles, the most recent one that Young and Restless has shown for November sweets has several flaws, the primary one being a complete absence of build-up. Not only has Chance's friendship with Summer not been adequately defined or established, but we haven't really seen much of Chance and Sharon together. What is the reason for us to invest if the writers won't? Why is it that we can't have pleasant things like on-screen drama when even Chance's filming was done off-screen? It was strange, and Chance seemed genuinely shocked to see Summer in agony by his bed, which isn't the right way for your love triangle to begin. The characters engaged are the other major issue. There's definitely something strange about Sharon competing with Phyllis' daughter for a man, as someone who saw the entire Phyllis/Nick/Sharon era as a viewer. More disconcerting? Phyllis encourages Summer by saying that Sharon is constantly focused on Nick. First of all, she would be reluctant to acknowledge this. Second, it's just not what we're witnessing and experiencing. And third, since Nick is Summer's father, why did Phyllis refer to him in the conversation as Nick rather than your father? Even worse, by include this commentary, they have effectively revealed the plot's resolution, which makes it meaningless. As expected, Nina seems to be having problems with Sharon/Chance in the meanwhile. Why did Christine tell us this? Don't tell show. Observers had a lot to say. Make sense of it. Apart from the fact that Victor's huge test let Nate go so he could return to Chancellor Winters, it was also meaningless. He isn't any closer to his kids and didn't allow the hoax to go long enough to discover who would have done what. Regarding Nate, whether he is related to Devin or Lily or not, I find it hard to believe that given their past, they would ever wish to collaborate with him again or that Jill would permit him to return. In addition, I fail to see how Mamie, a quiet investor with a tiny position in the business, can influence its future or how Tucker could assist her in removing Jill. Everything is such a mess. Anyhow, beware of spoilers. This week, Jill and Tucker will argue as she confronts him about Mamie and other issues. We will be treated to some excellent acting, at the very least. Up next, keep an eye out for Victor to issue another command. Family harmony or failure. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. From zero to manic, Claire is rapidly going from being completely normal to being insane, if the teaser is any indication. Once more, there isn't much build-up other than a few unsettling moments. Having said that, it's possible that Claire is just fantasizing about stabbing Nikki in the neck in the video. Either way, Nikki is going to have a nightmare. In the promo, Victor also mentioned paying a visit to Nikki's sister Casey, which thrilled longtime followers who were anticipating for an appearance by Roberta Layton. I would really like to see it because she used to be one of my favorites. Does Claire know Casey in any way? Too early to say. Maybe Nikki never makes it to Casey's house, or maybe Claire tricked Nikki into leaving Geno City by using her phone to impersonate Casey. Some have questioned Claire's relationship to Casey, but even so, I find it hard to believe that she would wish to hurt Nikki. In any case, please feel free to discuss your theories here. Even while this is possibly the most intriguing November sweeps offering, it will be, you guessed it, meaningless if it ends in a week like Cameron's plot. These are my own thoughts presented within. Kindly share your opinions about Young and Restless in the comments section.